Good afternoon, everyone. I want to take you on a journey today. I want to tell you about a journey that's going to begin in my childhood, tell you about a derailment in my journey, coming back to my original path, and then my journey now to Clifford Chance. So my journey begins in rural Oklahoma in a small oil and gas town. Like an 8-year-old kid, I wanted to be an oil and gas attorney. In my hometown, you either worked on an oil rig, you built parts for an oil rig, you worked in the diner feeding people who worked on the oil rig, or you worked in a bank cashing a check for the people who worked in an oil rig. My whole town was an oil and gas town. My plan was always be the first person to graduate high school, go to college, go to law school, be an oil and gas attorney. But when I was in high school, 9/11 happened. The world changed. My plan changed. I was derailed. So I spent the next 2 decades doing what a lot of people in my situation did. I went to the United States Army. I started as an artilleryman, deployed, came back, became a Chinese linguist, and spent the next 15 plus years in military intelligence. I retired about 1.5 years ago, and I had to make a new decision with what to do with my life. What was my next journey? Well, my next journey was to course correct back from that derailment, to come back to that 8-year-old kid, that dream, that journey. So I chose law school. My law school journey is also my Clifford Chance journey. I met someone when I was choosing law schools during admitted student stay, Sofia Nevedo Quinones, who's at the Houston office. She invited me to a Cliff Vets event. For those of you who don't know, Cliff Vets is the Veterans Affinity group within Clifford Chance. I went to an event. They were so kind, so welcoming. I met Sung Shin. I met numerous people that were so willing to help me. They gave me book recommendations. They gave me their emails. They recommended that I reach out to someone who was actually on a secondment here in the London office, Jordan Passmore, who's become one of my best friends. Not only, though, did they give these recommendations while I was there, I sent them my resume. I sent them my questions. I asked them how to shape my journey. They answered. They gave me red lines. They helped me become the attorney, the law student that I wanted to become. When it came to choosing the rest of my journey, I had built in that network. That network was what I have found Clifford Chance to be. A firm built on people, on relationships, a firm that, while international, also somehow feels like small town Oklahoma. That's my journey. Everyone here has a journey. Everyone has a story. I hope you find your journey, and if your journey brings you to Clifford Chance, then welcome. I hope I can be a part of the journey ahead.